Barclays is a global financial services provider operating in 50 countries across Europe, US, Middle East, Latin America, Australia, Asia and Africa. As one of the 4 banks responsible for drafting the Equator Principles, Barclays has long been involved in corporate social responsibilities issues. However, part of its current business operations is still being criticized as not doing good for the social benefits. Therefore, in this presentation we will introduce a range of efficient and effective CSR initiatives to enhance and improve Barclays' current operations, which would eventually enable it to mitigate further towards a sustainable company. Before looking into Barclays' current business strategies and their criticisms, let's firstly understand its business operations by looking at its value chain. Like all financial service institutions, Barclays operates via the circulation of money. Barclays' operating funds are largely supplied by depositors, local and foreign investors who invest in its shares, and occasionally the Bank of England, who could serve as Barclays' emergency lender. The operating funds gained from inbound logistics are then distributed to various operating units within banks, which are clustered into 2 broad categories: global retail banking and corporate and investment banking and wealth management. Money can then be drawn out of the different operating units and reach customers. Barclays enables customers to gain access to their services through different channels, mostly commonly branch banking, internet banking, telephone banking, ATMs, call centers and mailing. Then onto the marketing and sales aspect. The majority of Barclays employees are involved in direct communication with customers. In addition, Barclays releases marketing campaigns to promote new financial products, as well as raises customer awareness through building good public and community relationships with institutions and charities. A wide range of financial products and services are available from Barclays. These include normal retail banking services such as current and savings accounts, insurance, loan granting and mortgages, as well as investment banking and wealth management services for affluent individuals and business clients. Apart from the primary activities, various supporting activities are presented to enhance Barclays' business operations, such as the presence of 17 support functions within the group, an HR and remuneration committee to deal with remunerations, recruitment and other HR issues, as well as continual technical advancement to enhance customer service and operational efficiency. With all the primary and supporting activities, Barclays gains its profits from the difference between its total operating costs and the sum of payments rising from interest charged on the loans made, brokerage and transaction fees for financial services. As a global citizen and part of society, it is essential for Barclays to implement a socially responsible and sustainable business model. The CSR strategies for Barclays can be promoted under the 6 areas as shown. And because of sustainability is closely related to CSR, they are interconnected under the 3 pillars of sustainability, namely environmental, social and economic. By connecting the 6 CSR aspects to the 3 pillars, we can investigate and criticize Barclays' current business practice and develop a plan which will redefine Barclays to become a more socially responsible and sustainable company. Firstly, we look at the strategy and auditing and remuneration aspects under the economic pillar. For the strategy aspect, in the recent economic downturn, banks including Barclays have suffered losses in loan defaults and other complicated financial derivatives, and these risky behaviours have led to much criticism from the public. In addition, Barclays has shown its unwillingness in supporting small and medium enterprises compared to other banks by refusing to participate in the UK government's asset protection scheme, and we consider this behaviour of Barclays, especially in the current economic downturn, as not being socially responsible. Therefore, one of our proposed new strategies is a lift from selling risky financial assets such as mortgage securities to increase lending to small businesses and reduce involvement in complex financial projects, which together will reduce risk while increase financial stability and liquidity, therefore enforcing sustainability. In addition, we also suggest the bank to engage in more prudent inspections for loans in order to reduce the number of defaults and operating costs. In terms of auditing and remuneration policies, As a public company, Barclays should report their financial status beyond financial regulations to a standard where investors are not misled. However, it has shown several records of valuing their own assets to a higher value in terms of their own view. Moreover, despite the current recession, huge bonuses are still paid which are raised by revenue that are not actual profits, and in order to maintain a steady bonus payment, Barclays even bypassed the new tax regulation set by the UK Parliament. To improve the auditing situation, Barclays should have financial reports published by third parties so that investors can receive unbiased financial data, as well as changing bonus payments into long-term share options. Onto the social pillar of sustainability, we have community and communication aspects. Barclays has always been heavily involved in community project investment, which are categorized into banking on brighter futures. Charity begins at work and looking after local communities. Despite heavy investments to align with CSR code of conduct, Barclays has not always been consistent with its activities necessary to follow the code of conduct. Another area of concern is the gender equality problem, which has not improved considerably, especially in representation of women employees in senior management. Therefore, to refine the community actions, we suggest Barclays to implement more inspections on funding foreign institutions and governments and plans to promote gender and racial equality. Barclays provides expert advice to budding entrepreneurs, assists in the analysis of profitability and feasibility of new ventures. Hidden fees is involved for such services. In addition, Barclays' advice could be biased due to self-interest. With regards to personal banking, Barclays offers advice on borrowing and savings, planning, insurance, and investments. It also provides consultancy services to manage mortgages. However, Barclays fails to inform customers about potential risks and repercussions. In addition, there is an extra fees element involved. Therefore, in the area of business banking, we suggest Barclays to provide more enhanced financial support services to its clients and come up with more flexible loan plans to tailor specifically to the client's business requirements. On the personal banking side, Barclays ought to increase its transparency by clearly outlining the risks involved in the investments it provides. Besides, it should also explicitly indicate any service fees included in providing customer support to ensure more ethical banking. With regards to the environment, we will look into Barclays' environment and climate change actions and social responsibility investments one by one. The environment policy of Barclays at present is to offset carbon emissions through buying and trading carbon credits, but not eliminating carbon emissions. Although banks are clearly have indirect effects of the environment, investments to reduce indirect carbon emissions are currently of extremely low priority in the industry. To reduce the impact of its operation, Barclays should promote e-statement services and charge customers who request paper statements. Barclays can also set up technological infrastructure for voice and web conference, reducing the impact on their employees' transportation. Furthermore, it should limit the number of mobile workforce and implement advanced routing that further lowers the impact of essential travel. In addition, in 2008, Barclays was criticized for their transactions of arms trade related industry, funding them with ordinary citizens' money deposits. And although Barclays was one of the founders of the credit principle framework, the principles are not legally enforceable, and there are no clear guidelines on how to define a sustainable company. To ensure all investments are socially responsible, Barclays should request all business customers to undertake sustainability questionnaires. And for those businesses that are less sustainable, Barclays should possibly increase their interest rates of borrowing loans according to their extent of their negative impacts on society. In this way, in long term, the business customers of Barclays would increase their commitment in social responsibility. So here is a summary for all our proposed CSR strategies for Barclays, categorized as direct and indirect strategies under the 5 capitals model. Implementing the new CSR strategies will enable Barclays to enhance its current value chain, improve the efficiency of its operation activities, as well as fulfill both operational and citizenship responsibilities. Eventually, this will allow Barclays to begin its transformation into a sustainable company.